Oh, hello. Welcome to the unofficial FUT podcast with myself, Jamie, James, and Jordan. But before they say hello, where have you been? Where have you been? We've not been here anyway. Don't worry about it. We had a longer than expected break over Christmas. And if you liked and subscribed more often, we wouldn't have to have such a long break. Anyway, so James, say hello, mate.
How we doing? How we doing?
And then finally, the man, the myth, the part-timer, Jordan. Here we go, Jordan.
Hello, how we doing?
There his little face. Look at that. It's almost a bum fluff there now. You're growing up. I'm watching him blossom from a child into a teenager. Anyway, so it's been a while because let's face it, none of us except Jordan weirdly have liked the game. So what's been going on in the world of FIFA? Who wants to start us off?
Jordan can't. I think Jordan's got a bit more than a wee bit more knowledge than I've got at the moment, so I'll let him go first.
Well, how about we start with the patch, the beautiful, beautiful patch. You know, these things that we love when they add to the game.
Right, yes.
Don't always go to plan.
No. This is a patch where they said they've definitely improved the tackling. And what they've done is not done that at all. They've done the reverse. Is that the one? The one we're talking about?
No, that'll be the one, yeah. After playing another full weekend and qualifiers after the patch, it's not been anywhere near as good as it was before the patch, which obviously, yeah.
It's got worse. Isn't it bizarre? I noticed it straight away. First game I played, I was like, this is worse. This is definitely worse. Jordan.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So the first thing I noticed, as much as it's not anywhere in the patch notes, is my Harry Kane feels terrible. And I mean, there'll be people that argue Harry Kane was terrible before the patch, but in my opinion, he was great.
Which one?
His latest special card.
Yeah, I like the look of that one. I was going to buy him, but no.
No, he was brilliant. Yeah, before the patch, he was killing it for me. Hat tricks every game. He's got a 5-star weak foot, high, 85 pace or whatever. He was all rounded. He was brilliant, and for that money, he was great. But since this patch, he's felt slow and sluggish and terrible. I don't know how to explain it, but he's just not the same player. So I had to sell him.
Well, just quickly, before we go into that too much, but it's funny you should say it's not in the patch notes, when in the patch notes they said they definitely improved tackling and that got worse. So who knows what else they've done? It's a plethora of other things they've not touched. I'm interested, how much did you get for him, by the way?
Oh, I sold him for 200k in the end.
He's gone up loads. Do you know he was 107k and I was going to buy him? I regret not, but never mind. Carry on then. What else you got for us? What else you noticed?
The tackling is, you say it's got worse, but I don't feel like it's just any different. It feels just as terrible as it was. They said they stopped. They specifically mentioned in the patch notes that tackling from behind was harder. And if anything, I think I've been tackled from behind more so this weekend, and I don't understand how that's possible. With all my big tanky players, I'd like to have a lot of strengthy players, and nobody holds anyone off, and nothing's changed.
Well, for me, there's you always had that thing where a ball could run loose, but what I found was, because I'm a manual defender, I don't do too much of anything else. I always have been. It costs me at times, but as I used to play in defence, I sort of like doing it. I like to know to time that well, and it's nothing more frustrating when you time that ball and you just watch it ping off. I've clipped some banging clips. Hopefully I'll put them in here afterwards, but I've been really busy. But at one point I made a tackle and the ball, it was like a latency thing, but there was no latency. It sped off like a rocket to the halfway line. Like it was like an impossible speed. It come from nowhere. It was just like, it was like, right, great. And the amount of times I've watched the ball bounce off a player and just play someone else through. Now, yeah, there was an element of that, but it just seems worse. And I've played, I think, every weekend league bar one because I was away. But no, I don't know. The other thing I've noticed is everyone I've played have spent the now. I know that we got there, but I felt it come back a little bit. It felt like everyone was just trying to run through the team, and then after time, the players just let them bye, see ya, and just. Yeah. Now, okay, we got that of a little patch, a little bit beyond, but once you got used to it, it was fine. Where this seems back with a vengeance, and the other thing, all of a sudden, I'm conceding outside the foot shots. I'm like, where these come from again? You're like, no, what's going on? And like a consistent amount. Well, I'm going, I don't understand. Oh, and after waiting, you're right, Jordan. I don't often say it, Jordan. You're right. You are right. After weeks of waiting for Nick Pope to get his upgrade, which weirdly I think they gave him a downgrade despite giving him a higher overall.
Nice
No.
comment.
The card is doggers. I lost the game of qualifying this morning, and I lost it quite significantly. He conceded every shot bar one, and the one he didn't concede. And we're talking shots just at him where he could just put a hand out, do you know what I mean, or punch it away. We're not talking like impossible shots because like I'm a fairly level-headed player. I don't expect a goalkeeper to get to everything. If they're at their face, I expect them maybe to punch them away or use their face. But the best one was the only shot he missed was the shot he red timed, which then created a lovely little chipped ball to the far post, to which he red timed that into the back of the net. Every single shot, every shot. I battered him. I didn't expect him. Like again, I don't like to go to it, but he had that Randolph goal, the West Ham goalkeeper, unreal. I had something like he made like 15 saves. I battered him, but yeah, he made a save. Pope did not make a single one, so he's gone. He's out of there.
Yeah, T-Rex hands.
Yeah. Honestly, wet spaghetti for arms. It was horrendous. Sorry, I've got it off my chest now. Oh, I feel better. Carry on. So, James, what's been happening?
Not a whole lot, to be honest with you. I've played a little bit since the patch. I've not really noticed a whole lot. I've noticed like the people who press in quite a bit has changed that a little bit. Because I think they've done something in the patch with team press and the analog again. They've changed that. But apart from, I'll tell you the story. Right? I said this in the chat. I'll tell you the story, right?
I was going to read this out. I was actually going to read out what you said.
I'll tell you this, right? You all have a good laugh. So, I took off the cross-platform thing because I was playing a co-op with somebody or playing a friend. I think it was friendlies, but you have to have that on in order to play it. So I had the cross-platform on. I went to my qualifiers, 9-0 in qualifiers, my 10th game. Now, goes into the game, loads the game up. The game gets paused instantly. Then I go back into the game and have a game against the ultimate AI for the whole game and get beat.
What?
Like, so I go into the game, I load up, the guy presses paused instantly and then comes out of the pause and he's not got a cursor around his name. And he had a whole bronze team and the bronze team beat me like 6-0 because they were 99 overall. So I got cheated. There's a cheat out there, right? That I think it was a PC player that allowed his people to play on the ultimate AI difficulty. So he got a win for doing nothing. And I couldn't do nothing.
I do know about this glitch. It's as much as horrible this glitch is, it's out there and it is happening. And a lot of people.
It's horrendous. It's actually horrific. So as soon as I finished that game, because it cheated me out of 100k pack, I went right back on and took that cross-gen off because the cross-platform. Because you should not be connecting with PC players if they've got the ability to cheat against you. Because it's only PC players. It's no PlayStation, no Xbox, just PC. So but also, that'll never be getting put back on again.
Also, just so you know, even if you did overcome this bronze team and beat them, you wouldn't have got the win. It's a hack that it's a lose-lose situation.
So I wasn't going to win against a bronze team at an ultimate because they go 99 overall. You can't do nothing. So they had like, and you know what else? What you done? You put all the players the tallest. So you had like Peter Crouch. You had the boy that was like 6'8" or whatever. The goalkeeper went to wild cards. Was the only one he had gold, and he just had everybody, and they were giants. You're playing against boys that are rapid. It's horrible. But there you go. That's the story of how I didn't get my 10-0 qualifiers. But anyway, apart from that, yeah, it's been fine. So.
So, is there any other patch things you've noticed, Jordan?
Since the patch, I think we've covered most of it. I'd say everything moves in a different way now. Since they added this AI, it was essentially an AI buff. They added an AI buff so they would come closer for passes when you're under constant pressure. Now, I had someone do constant pressure against me, and I didn't feel like that was the case. But they're supposed to come closer and ask for a pass. But you look on your radar, and everybody on the whole radar is stuck to the opponent. And I don't know that this is different to before. Before, they wouldn't be stuck to the opponent because the whole opponent would be charging you. But now everyone's man marked, and it was horrible. I don't know how they accidentally fucked this up, but now everyone gets man marked when someone's on constant pressure against you, and it's really difficult.
I don't know, because the one thing I noticed was in the patch notes about the goalkeeping accuracy, the goal, passing out from the back, and it cost me a game, and it was a tight game, so it was tight margins. It was like a 4-4 game, and I made one pass out, and I bought my player in close. Press little A there. It went about 5 yards past him, straight to an attacker who just ran onto it. Thank you very much. Bang! It was like, oh my! And it was my first loss. It was like my third game. Oh my God! I was like, why am I doing this to myself? Like, for example, I knew that used to happen, so I wouldn't really try them. But because it was in the patch notes, I thought, oh, lovely, that's sorted now. Third game. I was like, oh, come on.
It's the same. It's the same when you do the goalkeeper kick and you try and kick it to your right back or your left back, and he does that basically if you kick it straight, he runs properly. If you kick it to the left or the right, he's like Bambi. He doesn't know what way to run to the ball, and he's really slow, and then you'll chip it nowhere near that you've asked him to chip it. And it's still the same. They've not changed that. I don't even know what we're meant to do at goal kicks now. I don't know what we do at corners. Basically, if it's set pieces, you may as well just let them have it. There you go, you have it. It's fine.
I scored a couple of corners today, so but you're right, not as many as normal. So are we saying FIFA put out a big patch just to have some text on the screen? Is that where we're at?
Yeah, just to steal some more of your internet bandwidth.
Text on the screen and get constant pressure wrong and ruin defending.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right, doesn't it?
Lovely. Oh, good.
But there is a workaround for that goal kick. I'm 100% sure, even though Cal was against me, I'm 100% sure the only reason I don't get this goal kick glitch is because I don't put any directional input in, which is a terrible thing that we even need to do. But
what happens is if you want to play it to your left back, you can't play it to your left back.
You don't.
That's what I mean. It's horrible, isn't it? Left back standing open, over here. And he's like, sorry, mate, can't kick over there. I'll just play
this play's marked, be left back's open. So as long as you don't try to pass the unmarked man, you're all right. Yeah.
3 times, right? In the 30 games that I played between yesterday and today, 3 times I tried to do a directional input. And one of the times it almost did a Jamie special and passed it straight to the opponent to get an easy goal. The other time I tried to get to my left back and it hit it to my right back. I have no idea how that happens.
I think it's the animation when it goes from the behind the keeper to then going to the wide screen side on. So I think where it used to do where you'd stand behind the keeper almost when you're kicking it, it would keep there until the ball was kicked and then it would change. They do that too early now, so then the direction that you're actually pointing to then just goes somewhere else because the keeper's facing the other way, if that makes sense.
James, we can't have this, mate. That sounds like some proper logic here, not tinfoil hat stuff. I don't know if we can do that, but no.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah.
That sounds good. That could sound like the problem. I've been sent a potential TOTY card, Benzema. Looks like a beast.
Yeah, I've seen 2.
You've seen 2?
I've seen Courtois and Modric is the 2 I've seen, and they look disgusting. But again, I just don't know if they're just
concepts.
Yeah, concepts or not, but they look.
Yeah, so it's a 98 Benzema with 94 pace, 98 shooting, 95 passing, 97 dribbling, 95 physical. He looks amazing.
So the Modric I've seen has 87 pace, 88 shooting, 98 passing, 98 dribbling, 86 defending, and 82 physical. It's just. But I've got 12 million sat there waiting for Team of the Year to see what's what. But
I've got 2.75. But I was going to spend some money doing Benzema. And before Jordan said something, I do what I want, Jordan. If I want to,
you mean Zidane?
Milo, I'll do it. Yeah. What do I say?
Zidane,
yeah. I'll do what I want, Jordan.
Well, you can't be having Cruz and Zidane in that midfield.
can.
Mediums
I
are
can and I will.
just lazy. They're just lazy. It's
I can and I
hard.
will. Mate, I'm a
don't know.
beast. It's fine. It's not a problem. Not a problem.
I don't know if Cruz's special card's a medium.
Yeah,
Is
it
it?
is. Yeah,
Yeah. I
sadly.
can't remember. I've got like just a complete untradeable team. I'm pretty sure I've got Zidane and I think I've done Declan Rice and just threw him in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've done Rice. I'm not
It's
using him
Declan
yet, though.
Rice.
Yeah, neither have I. I just threw him in there. I've not played the game yet, but before that, I just had somebody else that was honking. I've got Jamie Vardy and like the team's all right, but it's just to make do until team of the year.
It's all about the team of the year icons. That's what I'm excited for. I want to see what they look like.
Crap! What a waste of time.
I think I know for sure that we're getting Lam. He was leaked, so we got team of the year Lam coming. But I'm
Are
sure
they
we're getting a
replacing
Rooney.
moments though?
I don't know. They're going to be similar. I don't know if they're going to be.
I think
I imagine it's the icons that we have now, the ones that already have had team of the year in past FIFAs. I'm sure they're just going to be copies of those stats.
I thought that we maybe would have done players who'd won the Ballon d'Or, or actually used some logic and went, because they were the player of the year. So like throughout the years, giving ones to like Nedved because he won, or players like Van Basten or Cruyff or them types of players because they'd won like a Ballon d'Or, so player of the year. It would make sense, but no, in EA, it's not really like that.
Well, I mean, they're still going to make sense. They're just choosing people that have been in team of the year. So like a Rooney or a Lam, because they've only just recently retired a few years back, obviously. I think there'll be like a Thiago Silva, maybe. Well, I'd say Thiago Silva's obviously still in the game as a player, but maybe next year. Stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what. So what do they do with the remaining cards that have not got moments in? Because they've got rid of moments. They would need to give a special card to everyone that replaces moments, unless moments come out as well.
I think they will, but over the season somehow.
Because it'd just be weird otherwise. Because what would be the point in, for example, giving somebody like Pele a team of the year card, for example, when his moments is a 99? You can't get any better than 99, so it'd be pointless. Same with R9, same with Hullet, same with.
I mean, moments
Cruyff.
are gone, by the way. The moments don't exist anymore. They axed that this year.
Yeah, they've gone for this instead, haven't they? I remember.
Yeah, they're going for different events.
Yeah.
So
I don't like it, to be honest.
The World Cup version, and then they're going to have this team of the year version out. I don't know what else versions they're going to come out with.
Because the World Cup's less than the Prime, so like it's a short-lived thing. Like, let's get World Cup Cruyff. That's a team of the week, but then Cruyff Prime comes out a week later, and you're like, it's a waste of. It's just a waste of time, really.
Well, I don't know. Value-wise, it's just another step you can take from the base, the middle to the World Cup to the Prime. Just depends how much you can afford. Not everyone's
the World Cup's only
million.
about 500k more less than the Prime.
Well, yeah, that's 500k to people like me. That's a lot of money saved.
Yeah, like for example, Cruyff, he's a 92 World Cup, but his prime's 94. So you're getting a +2, and you're only paying 500k, but it's really a +3 on his mid. His World Cup version, and bear in mind, World Cup's only recently got their game face as well. So we've been playing for weeks and weeks and weeks with basically pro club players, that had no game face.
Yeah, when the game faces came in, World Cup Drogba went from 400k to 690k in one day, and I was gutted. I was ready to buy him, and then as soon as I got their faces, boom, way out of range now, not a chance.
Do you know what's strange? I played a Ball Nunez this weekend. Still,
yeah. I don't think they've made a game face. I don't think he was in the game face names though, was he?
I mean, it's mad.
They had a list of like players that they'd changed the game faces, but I don't think Darwin Núñez was in it. He's still running about with a bald napper. Yeah.
Listen, I mean,
I don't know what they're doing there.
Team of the year is upon us, so this is good. Now, some of us might have loads of packs saved. Some of us might have blown their packs just because they fancied it. So
I have no packs.
You have
because
no
I don't believe in keeping packs.
No.
I just don't believe it.
No. What about yourself, Jordan?
Oh, me, I've got plenty saved because I've got nothing to go for right now.
You're not.
I just don't see the point in it. I just find it very pointless. Like
it might be. It might end up to be completely pointless, but I've never packed a team of the year, and everyone else I know has packed a team of the year because they saved 40 odd packs for team of the year. So
I've
I
never
thought,
once packed. I've never once saved packs for team of the year. And last year I packed Messi from doing loads of player upgrades.
yeah,
And then the year prior, I think I packed the centre back. I think it was like was it Marquinhos or something like that? But
yeah. Well, that's what I mean. I've never packed anything like that. I've still never. Well, I packed an icon back in FIFA 17, and I've never packed an icon since. And I've never packed a team of the year.
That's because you've done about 4 weekend leagues since then.
I was going to say, you've not played the game, eh? Like you said, I've never played since
You've
FIFA 17, but
yeah.
he's only played 50 games.
FIFA 18, I was on 24/7, right? That's a whole FIFA of constant grinding.
The last time he packed something good was the last time he was on it, because he fails to mention the Team of the Week Pogba that he packed. That was like God knows how many million coins.
That informed Pogba was amazing, but again, that was FIFA.
Oh, that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
Yeah, you always get that. Yeah, I had Ruben Diaz last year, which was good. Team of the year. I got that from qualifying, of all things.
Yeah, I remember I was in the party when you got him, actually. I remember that.
I am the worst person to pack something because it's so anticlimactic. I go, oh.
Yeah, because Bouch packed Cancelo and so did Gary.
Yeah, I
remember both them packed Cancelo.
I go, oh, I've packed the team of the year. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I was in the party when I packed Neymar at the start of this year, and I went, I'll pack Neymar. Fun fact, guys, we are in January. Other than when I've needed a goalkeeper, I've yet to buy a player this FIFA.
This year, you mean?
Yeah, this FIFA entirely. I've not bought a player.
Oh.
I've not bought a player for my team this year.
Because you sold them all, you mean?
Yeah, I've not bought a player to put in my team.
Yeah, you've not bought a player. Your whole team's untradeable.
Everyone's untradeable, but my
it's like mine.
Yeah.
It's like mine.
I've not even bought one to try. I've not bought anyone this year. No one.
Oh, it's a sad fact.
I don't know. I'm quite enjoying being a first owner, although I am finding myself occasionally outgunned by people who've spent coins. So it's
the joys,
something that could do being addressed at some point. But
wait till team of the year first. You probably, with that money you've got, you'll probably be able to buy the whole back four and the goalkeeper, because the team of the years this year will probably be about 30 pence.
Oh no, that's a lie. I had a team for one weekend, and I sold it. So I bought that Jude Bellingham card. I think I spent 900k.
Oh, yeah.
And then sold it all, got it all back. That was it. That's all I've done this year.
Yeah, it's just
I don't know.
I think team of the year this year, I think a lot of people felt it. Like, I look at it and go, people want to keep their packs for team of the year, and I think for value and stuff, and I go, you've got cards like Zlatan that have came out, and them types of cards that I look at and go, they'll be good to try them types of cards. So I'm going to open my packs and hope to get one of them, which is going to be slim, but you've got a higher chance of packing Zlatan than you do packing Benzema or packing Modric. And if you do get a team of the year, the chances are you're getting the goalkeeper. And the goalkeepers are all rubbish on this game. It doesn't matter what goalkeeper you have, he's still going to be rubbish. So it's like,
I'm intrigued. I'm going to look at team of the year before I spend anything, because last year I went and bought Messi and then lost $1 million in about a month. So it'd be interesting to see what's about.
Was that the same Messi that I packed, you mean?
Yes, that one, yeah. Yeah.
He's decent, him.
Yeah, he was. However, I don't want to get to tots, and like last year I was sat on 6 million again. That can't happen this time. I can't do that this time. Because I can't.
What did you guys vote for team of the year?
Who did I vote for? Haaland, Mbappe, Phil Foden, Saka, Jude Bellingham.
What, you missed out Benzema?
Yeah, because I thought everyone would go for him, so I just thought I'd just go for it.
Oh, okay.
I don't always vote on who I think the best players are, but whom I might want to use a card on. Yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's why really. So yeah, defense is a bit odd. I think I only had one centre back because I couldn't decide on a second one, but I
just feel backs as well.
2 right backs. Yeah, I can't remember what I got now. Jao can say I think I put him. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah. Well, I did notice there's no Ronaldo in the running this year at all.
I
Did
didn't
you not
even
vote?
vote. I didn't even vote this year. I was like, there's no point. EA will have in whoever they want to have in. We
It's
don't need
still
to
good to
vote.
vote. Taking part is what matters. But no, you want to be different. And no wonder your game is playing rubbish this weekend. It's because you didn't vote. They knew you
James,
didn't vote, and they're like, give him a bad game.
Like, I'll
James,
pack any of them and be happy. I don't care who gets one.
James,
I hope you get the worst one.
James, I voted and my game is still rubbish. So I
Oh,
don't
well,
think it knows.
that's it, yeah. Maybe they didn't see that your accounts were linked or that. That's maybe what it was.
Maybe not. Maybe
Yeah.
not. Right, look, guys. It's been lovely finally
Let's
getting
hope so.
We'll get these up in a couple of days, minimum. I'm on the radio tomorrow, so I might be a bit busy tomorrow. Try to do it tomorrow night, and then we can go again next weekend. Hopefully, there's bags of news, and because other than promos and them throwing Centurion packs at us and trying to rip us off with ridiculous packs. I opened another Centurion pack, got less in it than I put into it. Lovely. Come on, EA. Keep up that good work.
I think that's the same as everyone. I think most people are in the same bubble. You know, it's
But
crazy.
I have got 5 Ultimate packs saved up so far. 5 Ultimate packs saved up for Team of the Year, which ain't bad. And I've got like 50 odd packs, but most of them are terrible packs. But
I don't know why you people keep terrible packs, hoping they're going to get a Team of the Year out of
you never
like
know.
an
Like, I can
Electrum
open
players
5
pack with
Ultimate
one
packs.
gold player.
5 Ultimate packs, no walkout.
Jordan, honestly,
What's up?
all year I've been getting Ultimate packs. I get guaranteed I get a better pull from my rare players pack. I don't know why.
That's why I've saved them all. I've got rare players packs in there as well. Yeah, any of them. Even though
Don't be. It's like you're.
No.
I
James,
think you're thinking you're going to get one too much.
I'm packing 6 of them, right? I'm packing half the team. This is the target.
James, don't kick him. It's like kicking a puppy. He's clearly
He's going to pack half of his vote that he never voted for.
I mean, you know what we could do? We could stream the packs going out. So record them for our live reactions.
Yeah.
Jordan's opened his packs. We could do this.
I'm gonna have loads of content for that.
Oh, I can't wait, Jordan.
Yeah, always like 2-player packs and his contract packs and all sorts. Do you think he's going to get a Team of the Year with a contract pack?
Today I opened all the packs that were 80 to 84 because I knew there's no chance of anything from them. So I've opened all them now. So there's no limited ones. They're all the shoot for the skies.
His lone player.
As long as Messi's not a low work rate. As long as Messi's not a low work rate, then I'll get him. But I think he will be. And if he is, then he'll be useless.
Agreed.
Oh, I did that Messi SBC. I don't like that card. Barely used it. I might throw it in the SBC.
It's World, his World Cup card. There's a high low, and that's really good. But if his Team of the Year's a high low, you'll be very good. But I just think they'll end up doing something like making him a low work rate, or they'll not make it so it's actually usable. Make it really high overall, but make him unusable. You know, it's it.
Right. Well, this has been a pleasure. This has been lovely. Thank you for joining me again, and thank you, the viewers for joining us. And then we can all laugh at Jordan when he packs like Tony Cruz for the 5th time. Lucky.
Tony Cruz is getting a Team of the Year.
Tony Cruz isn't getting a Team of the Year, let's be honest.
Well, anyway, let's crack on. See you later, guys. Been a pleasure.
Catch you later.
Right. Bye.